So I'm here at my very first acupuncture appointment. Going to see how this goes. It's a very nice facility, so I will try to keep you guys posted. This is my room. It's very zen. Small, intimate, cozy, clean facility. Can I see the needle under here? Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Vegan butter and tea. I'm usually black. And lunch is whatever is left over from dinner. Vegetable and chicken or something like that. And dinner is usually that as well. Some type of vegetable, rice, and a meat.
Okay. Do you drink any alcohol?
Maybe once a week. Mm-hmm.
Like 1 glass a week, or like one time?
Probably less than that. Less than a glass a week.
Do you use any tobacco?
No tobacco.
And how much? Do you drink anything else besides black tea? Do you drink any coffee?
I do. It's decaffeinated, but it's not very often.
Saying that for incontinence and urgency, to do moxa along the ankle every night in the morning, the right ankle, and then the left ankle at night.
What's moxa?
That
same
yeah.
thing? Oh.
And she said it helps with that. I said,
really?
Oh, see, something you can do at home. You don't have to come see me for. Yeah. How is your emotional health?
Pretty good. All right. Good.
Did you decide to get up from the?
I did.
Okay.
So I could stop that.
Oh, that's yeah. I just avoid. See, yeah, I got you. Okay. So have you started your recording? Because I'm going to talk a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
great. So what we're going to do today, what I noticed in your pulses and what and from your tongue, you're doing great. So what I've noticed in your pulses and in your tongue is you've got a little bit of dampness in the back. That's kind of a little dampness in the lower jaw. So we're going to work to resolving that. The second thing is that on your tongue's a little bit pale and you have some thinness in your pulses, indicating a little bit of a blood deficiency.
I got that. I am anemic.
Okay, all right.
But that wasn't a question, so it just skipped my mind to tell you.
Oh yeah, go with it. So what we're gonna work with trying to build blood, and then I also want you to, if you can, add some bone broth to your diet.
Okay.
Does that sound like a good idea?
Yeah.
And don't avoid the red meat if you can't. If it makes you feel
not
okay.
to.
Good.
Yes.
Awesome. Because you're eating well, and that's great. So we'll kind of work with the needles, and the bone broth is helpful.
Okay.
With that too.
Will do.
Awesome. And so my other question for you is the points I want to do for that I have. There is another thing that I've studied, which is a Yuan Qi acupuncture, and it's based on a balanced method. It's different than your regular channel theory.
Okay.
It's really good for pain. And so when we think about the knee pain and the wrist pain, we like for the knee, we would treat the elbow. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And the difference is that it's to do it, I'd like to do it first because you do it while you're moving the joint around. And once we have all the other needles in you, you won't be able to do that. The other thing is it's more painful than regular acupuncture because we try to get the knee pain, say for the knee pain, to come to the elbow. And so I hate to start that way because it's kind of painful. But yeah, we have plenty of time today. So why don't we just do regular, and then we'll do that at the end if you're still feeling it.
All right.
Does that sound good?
Yes.
Hey, come on up.
Because I do need that. I need that to get around.
Yeah.
So, back on my back.
Will your leggings come up to your knees? Because we're going to want to get up to your knees.
Yes.
Is that okay? Or if they're too tight, I can give you a drape.
I think they'll come. Yeah, they'll come up.
Okay. And then I'd like to also do some abdominal points, if that's okay. Great.
Yep.
And then the rest will be on hands and legs.
Okay.
So everything's good with what you're wearing today.
All right. Just that knee?
Oh, both knees. Does that feel comfortable?
Yes.
And And you can, we're gonna do the points down here. If that's too tight, we can bring this down a little bit so it's not so tight on there. Whatever's comfortable for you. Perfect. I'm gonna bring your hand down here if it's okay. Just because we're gonna do some points on your abdomen in a little bit. First one, what'd you think? Okay.
That's tolerable.
This next one, sometimes can be a little bit bitey. Is that okay?
Yes.
Smooth these down a little bit, if that's okay. Okay. Angela, what's the temperature in here? Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay. If you get too hot or too cold, just let me know because we can change that.
Okay.
I think, is the bed warmer on?
I think so.
Does it feel okay? Does it feel good?
Yeah.
Great. Sometimes when we're laying here, we start getting kind of cold because we're moving around a lot.
How long have you been doing this?
I have been here a little over 2 years. And, but when you and then before that I was in acupuncture school. But acupuncture school is 4 years, and the last 2, you're treating patients. So you kind of graduate with some experience, which is nice.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I wanted to come into a practice with other acupuncturists because I think it's just so helpful to have all that knowledge.
Absolutely.
And when I talked with my friends, you know, that have gone straight to their own practices, I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I did that. For me, yeah, it's just, and I'm a real social person, so for me, it's really helpful to have everybody around and lots of support. Okay. And I give you some homework. Doesn't feel, we'll look at that at the end. So right there between your big toe and your second toe, it's a little bit gummy in there. So for homework this week, I just want you to try to massage that, okay? And massage it up the leg toward the body, not down. And just try to kind of get those gummies out. When we take this point out, is this tender at all through here?
No.
Okay. I didn't notice it right there. A little bit of gummy there. Kind of also up, kind of massaging up that ankle on the inside.
Okay.
And that helps too. Okay. It's kind of the area of the 3-leg yin. It just supports that yin support.
Yes.
And you can either massage it just without anything or with any kind of massage, whatever you like.
All right.
Do you mind if we do some abdominal points?
No, I don't.
Can I bring this down?
Yes.
I'm going to do a point in your lower abdomen, but I want to find the top of your pubic bone so I can measure. So I'm going to use the side of my hand to palpate, and if you'll help me, tell me when we get to the top of the pubic bone, okay?
Yes. That's it.
Right here? Okay. Do you mind if I bring these down a little bit more?
That's fine.
Thank you. When you talked with your doctor, was there any issues with like endometriosis or?
I just had a fibroid removed March. I have others, but that was just the one he moved, the major one.
Okay. I'm going to add this kidney 16 point right here. It's a really awesome point. It's where the kidney channel goes deep to nourish the internal organs. Also helps with fibroids. How's everything feeling so far?
Pretty good, actually.
Awesome. And if it's okay with you, I'm going to palpate for the bottom of your sternum.
Okay.
That'll help me measure that next point, okay? So I'm gonna let you sit with these points for a little bit. I'm gonna put this doorbell right next to your hand.
Okay.
I put it in your hand because you've got needles in there. I don't want to turn it, but if you need me, just ring it and I'll be right in, okay? If you get hot or cold, make sure you ring it, okay?
Will do, thank you.
Would you like some music?
Sure.
And do you want me to stop your recording or do you want to leave it going while you're, because you'll be about 25 minutes.
Yeah, actually you can stop.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you so
problem.
much.
Just remind me when I come back in, okay?
Okay.
And we'll start it again. And I don't do, what's that?
Now I'm recording.
Okay. Good. Good, because after this one, you won't be able to walk around ground anymore. I'm sorry, because that'll be in the foot. We'll look for that tender spot. And so with the knee, we're treating the yang organ, the yang channel, or sorry, the yin channel. It's on the yang channel. Treating the yin channel, so we do the opposite side. On the wrist, we're treating the yin channel with the yang channel, so we do the same side.
Okay. Learning something.
It's interesting. Tenderness here, here,
Yeah.
right there. You get it, know it in a minute. Oh, sit, sorry. One more time. Up. Now move that wrist. Sorry. I know it's the worst.
Sometimes when I do this, that's when I feel that.
Now tell me if the pain moves, because sometimes we have to chase it.
Move in my hand.
Yeah, so if it's like right here, if it comes up to here or down.
I'm not feeling anything right now.
All right, so we officially, we have 5 more minutes if you want to leave on time. If you want to sit with these for a little while, I have another patient coming in at 5. I'll just pop back over and take them out in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you want to get comfortable and lay down again, or do you want to sit?
I'll lay down.
Okay. Be careful, because sometimes when you readjust, it's more painful. So is it okay?
Yes.
Laying your hands okay?
Yep.
All right. I'll be back in a little bit. And I'll put the doorbell right here in case you need anything. There you go. Right by your hand, please. Okay, stop it again?
Yes, please.
These were some bars called Go Macro that I found also while getting my acupuncture. They're not very sweet at all. They're non-GMO, organic, 11 grams of protein. Not sure how much this cost in the store, but it was $4 at the acupuncture shop. You can see here all of the ingredients is 280 calories per bar. They were pretty decent tasting. They're also gluten-free and kosher. I'd probably try these again. They also had several other flavors. Overall, I can say my very first acupuncture experience went really well. There were just a couple very painful points. The one in my foot, I think she just probably hit the wrong nerve. But other than that, the experience went really well. And I felt really relaxed after the session. About 20 minutes after the session, while I was on my way home, that's when it kicked in, and the relaxation was really noticeable. That night, I slept extremely well, and I did not get up to urinate like I usually do. So the points in the foot and the mugwort really helped. So the mugwort was like in a cigar form, and it just burnt, and it smelled very similar to marijuana. So after she put the points in my foot, she concentrated the mugwort smoke around my feet, and that helped with urinary. It also helps with different types of musculoskeletal issues as well. So I thought that was very helpful, and I will be going again for at least a couple more sessions to see, how it helps me over time. But the very first session, I really enjoyed. It was relaxing. She was extremely professional. The facility was clean, and it is something that I would suggest. So I want to thank you all for watching, and be blessed.